and welcome everyone to today's short session, which will be an exploration of bridge pose a few different ways. I have got a couple of blocks as we will be doing a restorative pose at the end. If you don't have blocks, a few pillows, some firm books, use whatever you've got, and when you're ready, I will see you on the mat. So to begin, you're just going to roll yourself down to the floor. We've got the knees bent, the feet flat on the floor, and taking a moment to scan through the body and adjust your hair, your clothes, your posture, so that you can be completely comfortable. And we're going to bring the hands onto the belly and relaxing the belly completely, allowing it to expand with each breath in and then soften towards the spine with the breath out. And we're going to begin with some gentle pelvic tilts here. So keeping your bottom on the floor, as you inhale, you rock the pelvis forward, allowing the belly to fill like a balloon. And then on the exhale, you rock the pelvis back, letting the belly fall in towards the spine and the low back lengthen towards the mat. And we're going to keep going, synchronizing the movement with the breath. Inhaling to tilt the pelvis forward, exhaling to rock it back. Keeping that movement small, barely perceptible from the outside, but really being able to feel that contraction as you arch and tip the pelvis forward, and lengthening into the floor. So you're not squashing your lower back into the floor, just making it nice and long. The next time we exhale and rock the pelvis back, we're going to reach the arms up past the head. And you're going to float them back towards your sides as you inhale and rock the pelvis forward. Exhaling, rocking back, reaching past the head. Inhaling, floating the arms to your sides. Exhaling, rocking the pelvis back, reaching, feel that length through the side body. Inhaling, feeling the drag of the head and shoulders towards the hips as you bring the arms back. Exhaling, reaching, feeling the crown of the head reach towards the back of the mat also. And making this one your last one, reaching the arms up past the head. Inhaling, floating the arms back down alongside the waist. Pause and take a few full breaths here. We're going to start to move into our bridge pose. So when you're ready, keeping your bottom on the floor, inhale to arch. Exhale, rock the pelvis back, peeling the hips from the mat, pressing up towards the ceiling. Inhale onto your tippy toes and exhale, round your spine back to the floor, dropping the heels. Inhaling, tilting the pelvis forward and arching. Exhaling, rocking back, scooping the hips. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, rounding down through the spine. Dropping the heels. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, tipping back, scooping the hips, lifting into bridge. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, rounding down. Dropping your bottom, dropping your heels. Inhaling, tipping the pelvis forward. Exhaling, tipping back, scooping the hips up. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, rounding down, dropping the heels, finding this dynamic flow, tipping forward, tipping back, pressing into the feet as you lift the hips. Inhale onto tippy toes, exhale to the floor. With your next breath out, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest, holding around the back of that leg and gently pressing the hamstring into the hands. See if you can play with your pelvic tilts here, gently rocking forward and back, maybe squeezing that knee a little closer to the torso. Rocking forward, pressing away, rocking back, easing that knee in. Keep going. And then finding a nice hold. We give that right ankle a little wiggle, pointing and flexing the toes, circling the ankle. And releasing that side. Take a breath. And on the exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Pressing the back of the leg into the hands and playing with your pelvic tilts on this side. Rocking forward, pressing the leg away. Rocking back, hinging in towards the chest. Keep going, tilting the pelvis forward and back, pressing the knee into the hands, and then bringing the knee in towards the chest. Wriggling the ankle, the toes, and then letting all that go. You're going to find your block here and you're going to place it between your thighs as we come in for a nice active bridge pose, bringing the hands onto the belly. Inhale, exhale, hips come high, firming up through the feet, relaxing the arms to your side. We're working through the adductors here, giving that block a good squeeze. Tuning into the breath. Nice deep inhales. Nice strong exhales. Inhale. Exhale. Keep working, gently sustaining that effort for another 3 breaths. Next, inhale, come up onto tippy toes, and exhale your bottom to the floor. Take your block away. And bringing both knees into the chest, having a little rock side to side here. We're going to cross the arms over, so you've got left hand on right knee, right hand on left knee. And you're going to start as you rock to side, just nudging up against that tipping point. Point of balance, where if you were to keep going, you would just roll onto your side, rolling right to left, pausing on the edge of that tipping point, and then coming back to center. We're circling the knees round, massaging the sacrum. going the other way. Releasing the feet to the floor. Feeling the spread of the toes and the balls of the feet. Finding the center of the heel. Take a breath. As you next inhale, tip the pelvis forward. And as you exhale, rock the pelvis back, peel the hips up towards the floor. And we're going to interlace the hands beneath us now, pressing firmly through the shoulders, pressing through the back of the head so that the chin is lifted away from the chest. Squeezing those shoulder blades a little bit together on the back. And I want you to imagine that you still have that block between your thighs here. And giving that imaginary block a squeeze. Driving forward through the knees. Tuning into the breath. With an inhale, reaching the arms up past the head. Exhale to the floor. Taking the arms out wide here, we're just going to swish the knees side to side. And the next time the knees come down to the left, we're going to stay for about a minute here. Tuning into the breath. Taking those nice deep in-breaths. Nice slow out-breath. Making this next breath in that little bit deeper and bringing the hips back up to center. Exhaling, taking them down to the other side. And again, we just pause here. Adjusting the hips, the shoulders, the head. Always moving towards comfort and ease. Inhaling, hips back to center. Go ahead, adjust your clothes, adjust your posture. And we're going to find both blocks now. Just have them handy. And then bringing your hands to your belly. Taking a couple of nice deep, slow breaths. We're going to come back up into that bridge pose. And you can start with one block here. Bringing it under the hips. Make sure your block is underneath the flesh of your buttocks and nowhere along the vertebrae of the lower spine. If you'd like to come up higher, you can find 2 blocks, stacking to support the pelvis. And we let the weight sink into the support of the props here. Releasing the calves away from the shins and letting the weight drain through the feet. Releasing the muscles of the thighs away from the femurs and letting the weight of the thighs and the hips drain into the blocks. And you can play with the positioning of the legs here. You might let the knees drop out wide. Alternately, you might pigeon toe your feet and turn your knees and your feet in towards each other. Exploring the pose for yourself. Always moving towards what feels most comfortable. We're going to be here for about a minute or so. If you would like to make this even more of a restorative pose and stay for 3 minutes or more, you're very welcome to pause the video. Otherwise, just bringing the attention to those nice deep inhales, nice long slow exhales, emptying completely. Next, inhale, coming on to tippy toes. If you're on 2 blocks, we're going to come down halfway to start. And then coming all the way to the floor. Again, resting the hands to the belly. I'm going to take a nice slow roll into a recovery position, and then from there making your way onto all fours, taking the knees wide, scooping the belly out of the way. We're coming into an extended child's pose here. Noticing at the end of this exploration how the body's feeling. Taking a couple of last slow breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to shift the weight forward, coming onto hands and knees. Take a nice few easy rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to arch the back. Exhaling, pushing away through the floor as we round. Moving nice and slowly. Coming into that happy cat shape. Rounding into that angry cat shape. Pushing the floor away. Letting that go, we cross the ankles, roll back through. Just take a nice, easy, cross-legged seat to finish. Go ahead, adjust what needs adjusting, and then bringing the hands into prayer. When you're ready, closing the eyes, bowing the head to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.